It's finally time to say goodbye to the wrap.
6 years ago, I posted a video, how to wrap your boat and why, on my YouTube channel. Let's check it out. Holy smokes, it's me from 6 years ago. I went to this company called Live Media. This guy right here is Abe. He's actually the current owner of LTB Boats. And I was just wondering, is Live Miami still in business? So I went to their website, livecolors.com, and it looks like they're still in business if you want to wrap your boat or your car. And I scrolled down to the website, and it was kind of cool because there it is, a picture of my boat on their homepage 6 years later. How cool is that? I highly recommend checking out this video. It's actually pretty sick because we got to see what my boat looked like without the wrap, and it actually looks pretty good. That gel coat shines, and if you notice, there's no bracket and my transom is open. So much has changed, and you can see the full process of how they actually put the wrap on the boat. I mean, damn, that looks good. Look at that angler fish. If you want to watch that full video, I'm going to link it in the video description. In a second, I'm going to show you guys how this wrap looks 6 years later, but this is how it looked on its very first day. Check it out, I'm still driving the old Range Rover. I don't even have that truck anymore. You got to take a moment and appreciate what the back of my boat looked like with that open transom. Also, the back of the boat was wrapped black. It's no longer like that.
It's been 6 years since I've had this wrap put on my boat, and I reached out to a couple of companies about removing the wrap, and they think since it's been 6 years, it's going to be very difficult because of sun damage and aging, and it's just, they say it's been on there a little too long. And they want to charge me $1,200 to remove the wrap. I ain't got $1,200. So in this video, we're gonna try to remove the wrap ourselves. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna tell you guys if I think having a wrap on your boat is worth it. I also have a wrap on my silver TRX. Yes, my truck is silver, but I have a satin black wrap on it.
I love the wrap on my truck because it protects it from all those scratches. But what does my boat wrap look like after 6 years? Well, let's take a look. And I also want to show you guys the design. My buddy Austin made this design for me. He hand drew all of this. You can see a pirate ship laying on the sand in the front with a mutton snapper that's got a spear going through it, and you can see the blood coming out of the fish and the gills, which I just think is so sick. And we're transitioning from the reef kind of to deeper waters where we have our octopus holding that spear gun, shooting the mutton snapper. Clearly, this octopus knows what he's doing. We also have the channel name on there, South Florida Fishing Channel. And the eyes of the octopus is this electric blue color with these pink tentacles. It just pops. I told my buddy Austin what I wanted, my vision, and he really made it come to life. And as we get to the back of the boat, we get to deeper waters and we see this swordfish with this beautiful teal eyes and the purple colors. And the deeper we go, the more vibrant the colors get. Here we got a couple of squids, a pile of skulls, and an angler fish chilling deep down at the bottom of the ocean in the trenches, with its glowing orb to bring in some unsuspecting victims. And the mask on the skulls is this blue-green color. It pops. And then the back of the boat is just white. That side of the wrap has almost no damage, but we're gonna go take a look at the other side of the wrap, which is the side that was up against my dock. So this side of the wrap took a lot more of a beating because on windy, wavy days, my boat would rub on the dock, which caused the scratching right here. You can even see the brown part. It's actually part of the dock, and it basically rubbed its way through the wrap, and you can see some of that white gel coat. Also, the bottom, you can see where the wrap kind of buffed itself off rubbing against the dock, which was totally my fault. I didn't have enough buoys on my dock, so it's kind of my fault this happened. And at the front of the boat, the wrap is torn pretty bad because of loading it on and off the trailer, which is kind of inevitable when you have a wrap on your boat and you are putting it on and off of a trailer. This part is eventually going to rub off. I don't think there's much way to prevent that from happening. But when you look at my wrap from afar, it still looks brand new. One thing that has me a little worried is when I had the transom rebuilt, we made it a Kusa board transom. This transom is like indestructible, but I noticed some spider cracking going down basically where the new transom is. And I'm not sure how serious of a problem this is, but when we take the wrap off, we're gonna see what's going on there. And I'd love your guys' advice on what to do.
We're about to save ourselves $1,200 doing this ourselves. And from everything I read online, you want to use a heat gun to start heating up the vinyl and then peel it from the top down. And I think that's easier said than done. Will we end up regretting this decision? Maybe. You know what? Let's start at the back of the boat, because this is what I'm most worried about right here. I'm a little worried what it's gonna look like under the wrap. They say you should change your wrap every 2 to 3 years, and anything above that and it starts to like stick on your boat almost permanently, and I hope that's not gonna be the case for us. But with my luck, that'll probably be the case. Oh my gosh. Why is it gray under the wrap? This is gonna take longer than There's like this gray stuff. I'm guessing that's the adhesive from the vinyl wrap, and it seems like a lot of it is sticking to the boat. This could become a nightmare for me in a second, but we shall proceed. Heating it up definitely makes it come off easier. And the key is to try to get this wrap to come off in one piece. You don't want to break little sections off. Oh man, in all the videos I've seen of people doing this online, I didn't see like stuff getting left behind. I guess that's what happens when it turns 6 years old. It's been on here a little too long.
Time for the time lapse. It's kind of hard to tell you guys how much effort it is to pull this wrap off. It seems like every millimeter was a struggle. And while when you watch it in fast motion, it seems like things are happening fairly quickly, but not at all. And also the heat gun, at some points, I think the heat gun actually made it worse. Sometimes it helped and sometimes it didn't make a difference at all. So I'm not even sure if the whole heat gun thing that makes a difference. Probably because Florida's already hot. So I think the wrap in general is already pretty warm because of the sun. The amount of pressure that you're putting on your fingertips and fingernails and hands to pull this thing is immense. Not even a fourth of the way through it, we already had blisters on our hands, we were bleeding, and we were pretty exhausted. I'm starting to understand why they told me it was going to be $1,200. Okay, back to fast forward. Did you guys see how slow that thing was coming off? I'm having PTSD just editing this footage. My hands hurt just thinking about it. Literally with every pull, it's only moving maybe a couple of millimeters. And if you pull too hard, the wrap will rip, which makes it even harder because then you got to slowly use your nails to get the rip part back up, and so it comes off as one piece in the end. I don't even know how much more of this time lapse that I can play before I'm sure you're getting bored just watching this. And there's so much of this gray adhesive still stuck on the boat. I'm not totally sure how we're going to get that off. Once the wrap is fully off, we're going to tackle that part. I wanted to keep this G-rated, but it was just too hot. I had to take my shirt off, which ends up being a terrible idea, and you're going to see why in a little bit. But working up and down this wrap, making very slow progress. Hours later, and the wrap is off, and I am fully sunburned. I'm a tomato. A ripe tomato.
It's only taken all day.
And here it is. My white gel coat once again sees the beautiful sunshine rays casted upon it. There's still a couple of small pieces of the wrap actually still stuck on it, but the majority of what's left is this gray, what I assume is adhesive that was, I'm not totally sure what this gray stuff is, but it's pretty hard to get off. There's no way that I can scratch it off with my fingernail, so I'm gonna have to figure something out for that. But I'd say the job is almost done, and my hands are completely covered in blisters. I have blisters on my knuckles and even on the little knuckles right behind the fingernail, just every part of my body. Okay, I know my wrap isn't fully taken off yet, but we got some good weather, so I'm dropping the boat in because I gotta do some fishing. Anyways, let's fast forward a couple days.
I put the boat back in the water, and I know the wrap isn't fully off, but you know what? I had to go fishing, and catching a fish is more important than looking good. And it was so worth it. We have a crazy fishing video coming out in a few days, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Now, before I tell you guys, is having a wrap on the boat worth it? Let's see if we can't take off this gray stuff. I'm guessing some kind of adhesive. You know, I mean, it's on there. I cannot scratch it off. And it covers a huge part of the back of the boat. I also have a question for you guys about this back thing in just a second. Now, I got myself some Goo Gone. I found this laying around. I wanna see if it'll take off this stuff. We'll start with a small section, this right here. Give it a couple little sprays. It's not coming off. I think I need to let it soak. What are the instructions? Let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. It's not coming off. All right, while that sits for a few minutes, I got a question for y'all. This cracking running down the side of the boat, how serious is that? The guy that redid my transom told me that it's probably not that serious and it's just the gel coat that's cracking. When I knock on it, I mean, it is solid like concrete. No, it doesn't feel soft at all. It is, I mean, that transom feels hard as a rock. If we look at the other side, there's actually a couple of pieces where it's almost like chunks of gel coat have come off, and you can see the fiberglass, so you can see some fibers under that gel coat. This is the whole other side. What are your guys' thoughts on this? It's not really a serious problem, or is this something where I should maybe have someone come and fix it? I think the integrity of the boat is super solid. I'm just not really sure what that means. Does it mean the whole transom of the boat is just gonna crack off? I don't think so, but let me know in the comments. It's been 5 minutes since I've added the Goo Gone on this piece right here. Let's see if it comes off. It's turning into like a rubbery, it's smearing. It's like almost, yeah, it's kind of smearing more than it is peeling off. I have no idea how I'm gonna get all this stuff off the boat. This seems like a kind of a serious job. Well, let's be real. I'm here to fish. I'm not here to look good, but I would like my boat to look good. For now, I'm just gonna fish my boat how it is, which brings us to the question, is having a boat wrap worth it? Would I do it again? Heck yes. Having a boat wrap was like the sickest thing ever. Not only can you make your boat look however you want, but you don't have to wash your boat. You don't have to polish your boat, wax it. I never washed the side of my boat, ever. Not once. In the 6 years I've had it, I never cleaned the side of my boat. If I drove the boat up into the mangroves, I didn't care if it got scratched. And once you remove the wrap, your gel coat underneath is in perfect condition. At least, well, mine's got a bunch of gray stuff stuck to it, but once I get that off, I'm gonna have a beautiful looking boat. This is the same reason that I put a wrap on my truck. When I'm ready to sell the truck, I'm gonna take that wrap off and it's gonna look like a brand new truck. No scratches, no nothing. I'm actually considering just putting a nice white wrap on the boat, all white. It's basically gonna look exactly how it looks now, but the whole of the boat is gonna be protected from the sun, from scratches, and not gonna have to clean it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The cost of wrap removal, $1,200 to get the wrap removed. That's still a lot of money. I just can't get myself to pay that much money. But it took 2 people all day long and our hands are completely wrecked from that. Look at this thing. This is like 3 days later, it's still like a blood blister. I guess if you got the money, go for it. If you buy a new wrap from a company, usually they'll take your old wrap off and only charge you like $300 to $600 fee for your old wrap removal. Some wrap companies, when they put a new wrap on your boat, they don't even charge you to take your old one off. It's probably what I should have done. But here we are. Those are my thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments, what are your guys' thoughts on boat wraps? Is it worth it? And in a couple days, we have a sick fishing video coming out, so stay tuned. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.